Hi, it's Karen. I'm back with another product review from the We Are Memory Keepers quill line. So if you've seen my other video, the Singe quill, you'll know that I bought quite a few of these recently. The Etch Quill, the Glue Quill, the Fabric Quill and so on. And I'm going to do an unboxing of each of them as I use them and show you my first try as well. So this will be complete out of the box, so it will include any tips or anything as I go along actually. I wanted you to be across it. So this one is one that I was really looking forward to actually, the Etch Quill, because I do like using acetates, and you can see here there's quite a few examples of where you can use it. And in this particular starter kit you can see it actually works well with other products as well as acetates such as acrylic, tin and more, so that's very interesting. I guess it's a bit of a rival to the engraving tool that you can get from Cricut. So this is an etch pen, it says, and it includes the cutting machine adapters. Now I've mentioned this before, I really feel like American Crafts or We Are Memory Keepers have missed a bit of a trick by including these for every single box. I think they should have just sold them singular, because maybe a lot of people do have both a Brother Scan and Cut as well as a Cameo as well as a Cricut, I don't know, but I still feel it's a bit of a waste, because once you've bought one quill kit you've really got the adapter that you can use. These are the adapters here, and I don't necessarily feel you need to keep each adapter with the pen itself. But you can see here you do also get 36 acetate shapes. Now if this product is as good as the rest of them, the foil quill I absolutely love for example, and I do also love the Singe quill, then it's definitely worth the price point on this, and I did get them with 25% off. Okay, I think I've opened that upside down. So this is pretty similar format with the rest of them, and you can see here this is basically what I'm referring to. Unless you've got all of these machines and you've not already got a quill product, I really don't feel that you need all of this packaging, all of this waste. But apart from that, this is the main thing, it's the main reason we've bought this kit. So I feel like they could have sold that with simpler packaging and you know, like I say, give people the option of just buying one of these. So the only one I need is this. It's for Cricut, and you just screw them on, and it is almost like just the engraving tool that you can get for the Cricut machine. Very sharp blade. So I'm going to leave the rest of the packaging to one side. Before we look at the instructions, I wanted to have a look what is in this bag. I made the comment actually whilst doing the Singe quill video that they also included lots of chipboard pieces, and hopefully that they give the option of selling these separately as well. So what size is there? Looks like a 6x4. So you get a couple of those sheets, which is really good for you project lifers. Get one a bit bigger, I presume that's a 5x7, yep. And these are really nice and thick, and you see how many smaller pieces there are. And you've got little leaves, so you can make little earrings with those. Circles, banners, tags, quite a few different shaped tags. Absolutely heaps of products in here. So like I say, value for money, I definitely can't question that. Little geotags even, little arrows and labels, and even these little ones. So a good selection of products to try your first etching project on. Let's just take a closer look at the instruction manual. You can see here it shows you the quick start, so you, as I've already done, you've got your pen and you just choose whichever adapter you need for your machine, and you can see here really easy to follow, simple, whether you're using the Silhouette, the Brother, the Cricut or the Sizzix, and you just put it in the adapter plate in your machine, which I will show you as well when I do that. Okay, to have a quick read through these, and then to set it up, select the coordinating adapter, insert it into the machine carriage, select desired acetate, ephemera or sheet. So you leave the film on the acetate, stick it to your cutting mat, remove the top film, etch by following the machine's instructions for drawing pen. So this is very similar to the singe quill you just used, and the foil quill. For both the foil and the singe, you just set it as if you're going to draw. And that is it, pretty simple. So let's skip over to Design Studio, and then we'll use one of these acetate pieces and do a little test. Okay, so this is Design Studio for Cricut. It's the new desktop application. You can't get the web-based one anymore. And of course, if you've got a different electronic cutting machine, then you'll have a different one to use. Now, I actually choose a project because I have subscribed for membership for Cricut, and it was one of the actual Etch projects. So you'll see here I was able to choose what material I was using, which was acetate. It was asking me to load the tools into the clamp, but then you'll see I get an error message because it was actually expecting to find the Cricut Etch tool and not an actual Etch Quill, I guess, which is obviously a third-party tool. So what I did, I went back on here, and you can see here that rather than choosing it to cut, I selected it to draw. Went through exactly the same process to say it was drawing on acetate, and then it was able then to find the Etch Quill itself. I'd say it took about 5 minutes for it to actually draw this particular project. It was only a small one, but it was quite an intricate design. And as always, check it before you unload the mat, just in case you want a second pass through, so it can redraw or etch, in our case, over the same exact lines. Now, I made my first mistake. I forgot to take the film off this before it started to go through, and I realised pretty much as soon as it started that I'd forgotten to take it off. But I thought I would let it run anyway, just because I wasn't sure if I'd put the Etch Quill down far enough into the clamp. But as you can see, even though I'd left the film on, it's not done a bad job. I mean, it's not very deep, but again, I guess you can leave it in and run it through twice if you did want a deeper cut. But I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to just try rubbing some Perfect Pearls into that, just so we can see if the image will come up a little bit more, because I think this would be a really lovely effect on an etched product, because the Perfect Pearls is so fine and it's just going to catch into those little etch marks that the machine has made. So that's just a first pass at that. So for my first project, I'm quite impressed with that. I think that looks pretty neat. Let's see if I've got something to hold this against. Maybe do this a little bit better for you to see. I think that's a pretty cool job indeed. Let me just wipe off some of this excess so you can get to see just how that etching works a little bit better on camera. But it looks absolutely fine in real life. You can see the etch marks. Like I say, some of them are a little bit fine, but that was probably my mistake, leaving the film on. So I'm going to make another one now. In fact, I'll do the same design just so we can compare the two, and then I'll show you the results. Okay, so this is the second pass with the film off, and I also forgot to say, it does remind you after you've taken it off the mat to take off the protective film from the back as well, which I didn't do before. So you can see that stands out a lot more now, both sides are off that one. So let's take the back of this as well. This is why it pays to read the instructions, Karen. There you go. Now, I did have a feel of that while it was in the machine, because I was tempted to leave it in and do 2 passes, but I could really hear and feel the depth that that engraving tool's gone down to. So I have to say, I've not used the Cricut engraving tool. I honestly feel like it's a really good alternative to the Cricut tool if you've got a Cricut maker, because it's, you know, the price point is so much different. And I don't know how long it would last. That's the only thing I was thinking of, because obviously you can replace blades in a Cricut machine. I don't know how you would replace the little pen. And I just had a quick look on scrapbook.com. I can't see any replacement quills for sale as yet, so I don't know how long it would last, but you can certainly buy acetate sheets as well as all of the ephemera already cut in place for you as well. So I'll link all that down below so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is, apart from my little smudges, that is a finished product, and how amazing does that look? That was my first pass leaving the film on, so you can see it makes a big difference taking that off. So please learn by my mistakes, don't waste a sheet as I have done here. And my overall verdict, I absolutely love it. The foil quill is obviously still my absolute favourite, but this is a close second so far. So I'm going to carry on with this series and review the other quills. I've got the bevel quill, the fabric quill and the glue quill yet to review, so please subscribe if you'd like to see more about those in the coming weeks. And if you've got one of these products and got some tips to share, I would love you to comment below. And as always, thank you for watching. Hey, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments about this video, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. That way YouTube knows to recommend similar ones for you. And finally, if you'd like to see more from me, and I hope so, please subscribe by clicking the link below. I post new content every weekend.